Hello and welcome to All Systems Go. My name is Abby. I'm the GM of Tales from the Loop, which is what we're playing tonight, and I'm joined by my three lovely kiddos.
Hi. I'm 12.
I'm 14, but I've been held back twice.
And I am also 12. I'm 12. Puberty hit hard.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and refilm all of Theo's scenes with you talking like that.
Nope. Shatter my vocal cords.
But we are continuing this campaign that we've done for, 10 or so episodes now, maybe 11. And
Wow.
I know, last week,
Wow.
you guys investigated the dead body of Lena, which you had found previously. And where did you go? You went to the police station and talked to Ingmarie, your favorite alien paranoid UFO seeking policeman.
Yep. She was less than helpful. Also, I realized we went up to her and we're like, tell us about Mona, even though no one else knew the dead body was Mona, except for her, so she's in on it.
Yeah, she's in on it.
Then we went on a field trip.
I think she's
for
a little
Clear Day.
preoccupied.
We met some creepy brothers.
Yeah, you went to Microlex.
Went to Microlex, met the
Destroyed
worst
everything.
brothers in Sweden.
Olof and something.
Hadar.
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 Caused mayhem. We got caused +2 mayhem.
Yeah, you did.
Plus, yes, Abby specifically +2 Swedish fish mayhem.
We broke into a basement, broke an elevator, stole a computer.
Yes.
Did we
Took
ever get
computer
onto the
hack.
computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, and it just
computer,
had files.
Yeah,
about
you
a
learned
weird...
that-
Files about the Wagner ring.
the Wagner
Mhm.
rings could infect humans.
But I thought Theo physically carried the desktop computer like that.
He did.
Because
Yep.
car battery and desktop computer equal same.
Yes. And then
about
we were
equivalent.
chased by a weird-looking Mason. Then
Uh-huh.
we chased a weird-looking Mason.
Oh, I forgot that was last time. Wow.
She was very rude to us, so I might have inflicted brain damage on our two friends.
She looked very sick.
What did she
Not
call
good.
herself? The odd
The
one?
weird
The-
one or something.
the-
The,
The
love one.
odd one, yeah.
The odd
Odd
one.
The odd one.
hmm And we were like, great, that's annoying. And then we went to Lena's house and found her horrifying recording of herself.
Yep. Yep.
And
Being a megalomaniac.
found out everything's based on the opera, Wagner's operas, and we learned about what that means.
We had a
You've been
cultural
corrected.
dive.
It's Wagner.
Oh,
gotta
Wagner.
remember It's German. It's Wagner. So yes, Wagner's opera is controlling everything apparently, as well as Wagner the robot.
Yeah, he goes
we're
by
at her
Wagner.
house.
Because he's a...
He goes by Wagner, but it's Wagner's opera.
yeah.
And are they
Frankenstein.
Wagner rings or
They're-
Wagner
They're,
rings?
they're Wagner rings.
Okay. Oh yeah, because the Wagner ring is in the
The
opera. We learned so much.
But
I never
Wagner's like,
expected.
fuck Wagner, I'm Wagner.
He has to define himself.
yeah.
Yes.
He needs his own identity.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think we're still in the house.
Yeah.
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 We haven't found scary, helpful robot man.
No. you
And
have not
Isaac
found
is gone, too.
Yeah.
Isaac is probably possessed by now, so don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we needed to find this place where all this stuff was being made. So I have a note that says the production process is difficult, complex, and requires a lot of space.
a very large amount of space that I think was said could not be in a building. It was like so large.
Couldn't be in Microlex.
Yeah, it couldn't be in Microlex.
It'd have to be somewhere
But it's
else.
obviously somewhere because you've already met, I think, enough people that were infected with WR.
There was an open book about like some weird extra dimensional stuff on the table, I think, too.
There was?
Yeah. Because that's probably where she's building it.
Yeah.
She probably
inside
made
of an
a whole
extra
dimension.
Yeah.
She just made a whole dimension to make the Wagner rings.
That's what she does. That's the Lena way. She's like, could I rent a building? Gotta make a dimension.
Yeah.
Can I defy the laws of physics and instead focus on world domination instead of the implications of creating a pocket dimension? Yes.
Looks like somebody was actively reading The Large-Scale Structure of Space-Time by Stephen Hawking.
Oh, wow. You might be onto something.
I got it. Me and Lena, we think alike. We're both experiential learners.
So many people are. Creepy house is creepy.
Can we contact Isaac?
Yeah.
Is he uncontactable? I'm wondering if that's worthwhile or not. I don't feel like we have a lot of leads at the moment. Is the problem.
Yeah, besides Mason. I mean, we could try and follow Mason. You know, she's super cray-cray at the moment.
We could also just go, if you go back. I mean, I don't think you have anything else at Lena's farm to do. Unless you think so. So we could go back and have some everyday scenes. And then figure out what you want to do after. Sean looks suspicious.
Everyday scenes? I don't like interacting with my parents.
Everyday scenes and Tales from the Loop mean someone's get kidnapped. A sibling will be kidnapped. A sibling will be revealed that you had no idea existed. And your mom might be getting her mind actively wiped.
It's true.
And your aunt might be in on it.
And your aunt might be in on it. Olaf's
That's just
in
my
on it.
theory.
Olaf's
in on it. Olaf is a loop plant.
Super baby this whole time.
Yeah, pulling the strings all along.
He's the evil Jack of your family.
Oh.
I'm gonna try and
probably
contact.
Pretty late. Or we can try contact. You want to try contact?
Oh, Isaac. Dial that right up. Isaac, my boy.
All right.
My main skull robot. Got any cool new parts you found recently?
So contact. I think this time, like, you don't know what number to call, so you can't just call up Isaac. So you get in the car and start a search for Isaac. On your way back, right? Like, how would you find him?
Isaac!
That's a great question. I have no idea. I thought we even had a car, but we had to take a car to get here because it's so freaking far away.
Ingmarie drove us.
Oh,
she's outside running
around.
She is. She put out an APB.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah, we asked for Ingmarie to help us find this skull robot who we think is a suspect.
Or an alien.
But we need her to not bring him in yet.
Okay.
He's a potential suspect.
Yeah, so Ingmarie will be like, a suspect, no problem. And she turns on her...
the whoop whoops.
Whoop whoops. What?
Drive slowly down the road with the sirens going.
If your name is Isaac, please approach the vehicle. You are under arrest.
Isaac. Robot Isaac.
Yeah, so you go searching for Isaac, and it takes you... I mean, I think it was already late-ish, so it takes you probably until, I don't know, 10 or 11 at night. I don't know if you would want to search that late. But if you do, I'll tell you what you find.
I feel like we just call our parents real quick from Lena's house and we're like, having a super science-y night project, looking at the sky at Borje's house out back.
Those
They're
aren't
like,
police
this is the
sirens
wrong
you hear.
area code. You're like, no.
Don't worry about it.
They don't have caller ID yet. It's fine.
This is probably okay, so you go searching for Isaac late at night. And what you find eventually is off of the side of the road. You see your friendly skull-faced robot, but he seems to be deactivated and like beaten into scrap. He's just like sitting there, not moving.
What? Is he salvageable?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I run over to Isaac.
Yeah.
It's him! Igmarie, stop the car.
Get
go.
She ran out and she's just driving away.
Call the
Like, stop that car!
Igmarie, pull over!
It was out of order, but I got my point across.
Yeah, she pulls over.
Theo just wanted to do like the danger spiral out of the car.
Obviously.
And
Okay,
you make your way over to Isaac, and it seems like, I mean, he's in bad shape, but you probably could repair him given enough time.
Okay.
Take that bot.
Borje, let's grab him, bring him back to the farm and see if we can repair him with any of your scrap.
It's not scrap. It's tools. Okay. You said he looks
scrap.
beat up, but it's... Can I want to tell what happened to him. What would that be?
Comprehend?
What about calculate?
Oh!
Or tinker, because he's a robot.
Calculate is good.
Okay.
Is it illegal?
Is it illegal?
Classic.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that is good.
What can I do?
The questions might not fit, and if they don't, I'll just tell you.
Who built it? No. Yeah, none of them really fit.
I think you notice that a lot of like his chassis has almost been like
his what?
His
chassis?
Oh, his chassis. Got it. Okay.
No, his chassis has been like if you took aluminum foil and crumpled it, it's like crumpled in on itself. But not in a way that like it doesn't look like something smashed it. It's like equal from all sides, like crumpled.
He's been compacted.
Ooh, like high pressure. That's a trash compactor.
That's a trash compactor. And you're telling Theo about this maybe, and Theo recalls when the pen that he was holding got flung out of his hand by the odd one.
Yeah, she had the weird psyche powers.
Someone mind crushed him. They're a mind compactor.
Ooh, Borje is upset and conflicted. One of his friends killed another one of his friends.
Is Isaac really a friend?
Isaac was a friend.
Well, let's see if we can boot him up and see what happened. What he knows.
Is he bootable?
Is he bootable?
That's one of the questions.
Maybe bootable. It's possible.
Well, let's not boot him here. Let's put him in the boot, and then we'll take him home.
I feel like Emmy directs you guys while you're like lifting him. She's like, Higher, lip. Okay, watch his head.
We'll do. I'll make sure to put my hand on
It's
the
like a
back of his
living
head
crane.
and put him into the back of the police car.
Yeah.
Close
exactly.
the door. Slap the top. Say, "Take him downtown."
And then you get in next to the robot.
And then I get him next.
And
to
then
him,
you
yeah.
get in the back. Yeah.
Well, no, I sit in the front because I have the little wee-woo.
Oh, you have the wee woo. I guess you're closest to Ms.
I'm
Blanken.
the oldest.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Do you want to sit next to Miss Blanken up front?
No.
Exactly.
He's got a ninja roll out cars easily.
True.
Great.
This
So
is
you shove Isaac's body into the back. Theo and Emmy go and sit next to him, and you're gonna take him where?
Back to
Borge's
the farm?
Back to the farm, or your farm, or Lena's farm?
My farm.
Okay. Yeah. So
We're done with Lena's creepy.
We're
farm.
done with Lena.
okay. Ingmarie will drop you off
Who
at the
isn't?
farm, and she'll let you take the body of Isaac. And she's like, if he actually is a suspect, if you boot him up and he's suspicious, you can just call me up and I'll come get him. Take him downtown.
Sure thing, Ingmarie. You got it.
I
Best
could
police
not hear what you
officer
said.
Oh no, we've lost him.
now.
He's gone.
Charades it out. Here,
What?
let
Can
me
you
read
hear
your
me
letter.
now?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you hear.
You were on the
my
wrong-
goodness. Anyway, I said, "Don't you worry, Miss Blanken. We'll keep you in the loop."
She drives away.
Oh, I didn't even. I just meant
You-
for real. We'll keep her in the loop.
That is funny.
Oh, she's in the loop, all right. They're all in the loop.
Where
It's
are you,
all
Miss
a
Blanken?
deep. They're all deep spies.
Yeah, so you can have Isaac's body. I cannot talk tonight. In the secret hideout semi trailer that you have.
Perfect.
Can we repair him?
Yeah, somebody would have to
Specifically,
roll program to repair him.
Who's good at programming?
I have 4.
I have 4.
I'm also exhausted.
I'm not exhausted. I can
I
try.
could lead you
Okay,
because I'm better at technology than you are.
you are, but you're like too tired for your eyes to focus.
And I don't really understand what some words mean sometimes. So
You just operate off of instinct.
yeah, hmm
You're like,
we have his user manual open, and you're reading the words, and I'm telling you what they mean after you tell them to me. Yeah, perfect plan.
it says here that the chassis needs to be.
Nice.
There you go.
Is that 4 die?
4 die.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What am I doing? I am tinkering?
Programming.
Programming. Huh, even better. All right. She puts on her super nerd zooming glasses.
You do a little wire aperture to hold your magnifying glass.
Exactly.
Look at the.
Snap my non-necessary latex gloves on, Dexter's Lab style.
Gets ready for surgery. Robot surgery.
Operation time.
Oh no!
I would like to check a point of luck.
Yeah,
to
go
reroll.
for it.
Oh my gosh, you got 4 1s and 4 4s.
It matters not, because I will try yet again. And I will not let Isaac die an ignoble death. There we go.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Whoa.
Wow.
You hit it.
I hit it. The thing is
You get
more
to
effective
create.
than expected. Add +1 to the bonus. The thing can do more than expected. Add +1 to the bonus.
Yeah, so you get in there with like a hammer and you're like hammering out his internal bits so that they're not all collapsed, and then you like attach some computer, I don't know.
Scalpel. Pliers.
Theo just hands you a smaller hammer when you say scalpel.
I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what I meant.
Oh, and then you get Theo to get the electric spooker out, and you're like, okay, we gotta restart him.
Yeah, he rubs the rods together. Clear! It's not working, doctor! Again!
3, 2,
Clear!
You shock this robot back to life.
Perfect.
And Isaac, you can see his like eyes light up, and he starts like moving out of whatever ramshackle surgery bed you've made for him.
I don't know what you mean by ramshackle.
It was literally the floor.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by bed. It was the floor.
You can see bits of his innards on the floor next to him.
This is make believe. It's a bed.
That was our surgery table.
Yeah, and he like gets up and like sits on the floor and looks up at all of you, and he's like, I was looking for you all.
Isaac, what happened?
We were looking for you too.
We just saved you from the roadside.
Yeah,
Where's Wagner?
He needs to be stopped. I don't know where he is.
Obviously.
But Wagner, he's absorbed Lena's memories and thoughts, and then he murdered her. And I just found out about this.
So is he Lena?
I mean,
Lena 2.0.
I guess. Not really. I don't know.
Lena's avatar. Emmy's just like pacing and listening to this, and she's like, eating a Swedish fish.
Do you know about the Wagner rings?
Does he know about the Wagner rings?
Wagner.
I don't think he does. I think he's like, I talked to you on the phone, I think, a couple days ago, but I wasn't myself. I was there when Lena died, and I have video evidence.
You were there?
Of who killing her?
Of Wagner killing her. I think maybe he infected me or something, and I couldn't.
So you don't remember what happened to you?
Not really.
I was like, yeah, you're a big suspect in Lena's murder. The police are all over you, so you're gonna have to show us that video so we can clear you.
He's like, oh, no problem.
I don't want to watch a murder video.
Turns,
what is it? Recorded on
and
VHS?
Like some bit in his chest like turns and opens, and it projects onto the side of the semi-trailer. And you see a video of.
Too bad Tales from the Loop is making you watch video. True crime.
Does it have a description of this video? Probably not. No, it just has a video of this terrifying robot. I'll show you his face now.
We finally get to see the terrifying robot.
Terrifying
I have to move
robot.
his stuff into
2.0.
Is terrifying.
Supposedly scarier than
go.
Isaac. Oh, wow.
The Lena ponytail is really helping.
Don't like that.
Ugh. There we go. That's Wagner.
He looks like he's real into tech.
Yeah.
Got a pocket protector situation.
Ugh, I do not like him.
I think Isaac is still scarier.
Isaac, I think, does look scarier, but Wagner is definitely all in all scarier.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But yeah, the video is just like it's next to that creek that you found Lena's body, like a couple, I don't know, maybe 50 meters or something from that creek. You can see it kind of in the background. And Wagner just like points a finger at her, and this finger like extends into a tiny like needle finger and goes through her head, and then she collapses to the ground. And then he starts like dragging her body off, and then he looks up and like sees Isaac, and then the film cuts.
There's no evil monologue or nothing helpful like that.
No. But then Isaac says, well, yeah, I don't know where Wagner is. But I know a robot at the Konsum supermarket in Kogsberga has been instructed to contaminate the food at the store with WR. So maybe that could be helpful. And then Wagner also has 2 minions that gather robots at secret meetings all over the area. And there's supposed to be a meeting at Hugsby Meadow on Munso in the coming days. So either of those might lead you to where Wagner is.
I feel like we should stop the food contamination first.
I also got beat up because I tried to attack this person that I think is trying to kill you. But then she killed me.
You mean
the
odd one? Mason?
I don't know what she goes by. She's scary though.
Well, she sure is scary, Isaac, but we took care of her and her friends. Maybe. They
really
shouldn't be bothering us anymore. Because if she wanted to kill us,
just walked
she
away.
We put Swedish fish in her gas tank, and that car will never run the same again. Her days of freedom are gone.
Okay, so the supermarket. Where's the supermarket at?
The supermarket is, in Kongsberga.
Kongsberga.
Kongsberga. Where is Kongsberga?
I think it is, I want to say it's like in the larger city outside of where you all live. So you all live in like a smaller town. And your school's not that big, but then there's a larger city not very far away. That like you're a suburb of, and that's where this supermarket is. But it's a major supermarket. It's like the equivalent of Walmart or Target here.
Where are we right now?
Target?
Oh wait, no, never mind. We're back at my farm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So much.
He said a robot was instructed to poison the food in Kongsberga.
There's
we
been
must find that robot.
There was a recent robotic system installed to help out with the heavy lifting and to handle the warehouse and to do like electrician work, stuff like that in the supermarket. But Isaac has intel that it's been infected and it's doing stuff for Wagner now.
Isaac, you say this guy's infecting the produce? The food there?
Yeah,
the corn?
The milk.
With milk?
Mm-hmm.
Just the milk?
I don't know. I just heard that he's infected milk.
Okay. Well, where's he getting the Wagner rings? Probably
from Wagner, I would imagine.
Where's Wagner making them?
I don't know. I think he has a ship somewhere that he's taking around. I think maybe he's able to manufacture them there, but I don't know where this ship is.
A Magnetrain ship?
Yeah.
Probably. Okay.
Shucks, this seems like an awful big deal for 3 kids to be solving.
We are all slightly whelmed.
Oh, man. He's just got a wandering Magnetrain ship and no one cares. There's no regulations against that? Okay.
We have an
So-
island populated with old purr robots.
That's true too. I'm sure that is illegal. Okay. Let's do we need a rest or do we need to make a midnight trip to the supermarket?
I'm real tired.
I think we
Exhausted
should
even.
rest. I feel like it won't even. We can go there early in the morning before they open.
Or
Somehow we'll get to
We
there.
can try.
if you have any more of that coffee, Emmett, I could just perk right up and we could go over there right now. We could stop.
Her crank it up.
I could get you some of that sweet, sweet coffee with a little Swedish fish on the side. It's my special combo. Special study combo.
She melts the Swedish fish into the coffee.
Cool.
Swedish fish cappuccino is a delicacy of Sweden. The foam is pink because you melt the Swedish fish into the milk, and that makes it
No, do
color.
not like.
That's offensive to everyone in Sweden.
to everyone, to just
It
to
could
everyone.
be salted licorice cappuccino. Just that. Huh?
Okay.
She's like,
So I
I'll
guess
go
we go
light on
home.
the Swedish fish. It's not for beginners.
It's an advanced coffee technique.
You need a strong stomach.
I'll start at black and then work my way into a Swedish fish.
Perfect. That means we have to go either to my house or to the bookstore.
Yeah, it is very late, so the bookstore will probably be closed.
Okay, we can all come to my house and I'll tell my parents it's a sleepover and they'll be fine because they believe everything I say.
We were sleeping over at Borje's, but now we're here and
Too
we're going to go back to
cold.
Borje's.
We forgot something important and we decided just to stay here because it's nice. And my mom made not meatloaf. It'll be great.
Meatloaf is amazing.
Meatloaf is amazing.
Salting
Could I get a meatloaf
Theo's mom's
cappuccino?
meatloaf.
No.
This is worse and worse. Oh my god.
How are you
Cornbread
guys
cappuccino?
getting to Emmy's house?
We haven't taken the tractor in a while.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Up
take
on
a
that tractor, go for a midnight ride.
Save
Midnight
a postcard.
ride.
Ride a tractor.
Feel the air, the wind running through our hair.
Are you taking Isaac or are you leaving him?
Oh, I forgot Isaac was here.
I feel
I
like
think we
Isaac
should leave him. Tell
I
him to
feel like
try
he
and stay
needs-
safe in the barn.
feel
Yeah.
like he should not be left to be infected by Wagner rings.
Yeah,
and
but I
left
just
to
don't
his
want
own
to take him
devices.
everywhere.
And if we
Be
bring
like,
him
where'd
with
you find
us,
this robot?
Mason's just going to crush him again. He can stay at my house and he can help out around the house.
Okay.
He can earn a stay.
Okay.
You're gonna have to charm him.
He can pick up all of the beer cans that are littering the farm.
Yeah. He's like, oh, no problem. I can be a trash robot. And he starts picking up all of these bottles and
Now
cans.
you just pick them up. Don't compact them. That is, you're going to be stepping on some toes.
Theo is the only
Need them
compactor
bottles.
here.
Give me them cans. These hands were made for compacting.
The one thing I'm good at is compacting.
And then you head to Emmy's house on your tractor and you make it there. And your parents seem to be sleeping.
Do I need to move or do we just make
You
it?
can just make it.
Yes.
Perfect. So I sneak in and I'm like, guys, they take sleeping pills every night.
They don't know, but I give it
They
to
need
them
their
after
melatonin.
dinner.
I spike it in their wine. So they're out like locks. And then I just I'm like, Borje, you'll take one cappuccino. Theo, can I interest you in a coffee milkshake? She's like, we got ice cream. We got coffee.
Sounds
Swedish
great.
fish.
You hear some
You can leave
little
the Swedish fish.
footfalls coming your way, and you see Lana come around the corner. She's like, Emmy, it's so dark outside. What are you doing here?
Lana, my favorite sister Lana. Emmy's like, don't worry about it. We're just gonna stop the end of the world. Before that, we need refreshments. It's gotta happen in the dead of night. Everything's okay. But in case we don't come back in time, here's this. And she hands her like a packet that has like read if missing. And it has, like procedures for her parents to follow if like Emmy is missing for an indefinite amount of time.
Lana takes it.
And
she's
then,
like, Emmy, I want a milkshake. Can you make me a milkshake?
Yes. You want extra Swedish fish? Have you been
Yeah.
good? Okay.
This family has a problem.
This family's dental bills are off the chart.
We keep the Swedish dental practice in practice. So I just like whip out the blender, start blending Sean's.
This loud ass blender.
And I'm like, no, Lana, don't touch that. I'm like, here you go, Theo. 1 triple shot milkshake coming right up. And then she gives, Lana like a little teeny bit of yours, but maybe adds like an extra scoop and some extra milk. So it's not too caffeinated, but you got to start them young if they're gonna.
That's what they always say.
Use at a young age.
Start giving them caffeine young. It's the
gotta get her tolerance up to keep up with her older sister. And she sprinkles a little Swedish fish on top, and she says, "Here you go, Lana. Drink up." And then she's like, "Borje, don't worry, I got your coffee right up. You want it hot, right?"
I didn't know you could do it any other way, Emma.
She's like, "Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna make it." She makes it, and she hands it over. And she's like, "I know it's not in cornbread, but this should do for now." She gives you a cup of just black coffee to drink.
I don't know if you have lead, Sarah, but you could roll lead to cure Borje's exhaustion.
Do I have a lead? I have a 4. I can try.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's try.
You get a +1 for magic milkshakes and coffee.
Swedish viciousness?
+1.
+1 blender. Emmy's in her happy place. Caffeine and sugar everywhere. It's gonna be great. It's not gonna be great. We're gonna re-roll. We're gonna check another luck. Use all that luck. Let's go. The power of Swedish fish compels you.
Oh,
that's real good that you got.
Yeah!
I know.
Okay, well, I will uncheck exhausted. Also, while you're doing all your milkshaking, I feel like I take Lena, maybe like
Lana.
We're sitting... Lana. Not Lena. We're like sitting on a counter watching this all happen. I'm like, Lana, do you know anyone named Jared? That mean anything to you?
Jared? No, I don't know Jared.
Okay, well,
just laughing in the background. No!
Well, if anyone named Jared comes up and he talks to you, you scream, "I don't know who you are. I don't," and then you run away and you get someone that's not him.
Okay, let's practice.
Okay, now I want you to scream as loud as you can. Say.
The blender's going and this kid is screaming.
Perfect. Okay, great.
I mean, it's just like, yeah.
That's all.
Great.
You got it.
So yeah, you got coffee, you got milkshakes. You're not tired anymore, and you're ready to drive your tractor to the local...
Yeah, are we doing a midnight tractor ride again?
Absolutely. I shotgun that coffee. I am ready to go.
Put some
Floor it!
jet fuel. Can we put some jet fuel in that tractor, please?
We're going at a hot 3 kilometers per hour.
You can probably go, I don't know what the conversion would be, but you can probably go like 40 miles per hour in your tractor. I mean, like, big tractors go fast.
Doesn't even have a windshield. We're going to get there and just like pick bugs off of ourselves. Great. Okay.
The
Well, we're
sound of the
going-
midnight tractor.
The sound of the midnight tractor taking us to the supermarket.
Yeah, so you pull up to the supermarket. All the lights are off because it's closed. And
That's never stopped me before.
I know, I'm like, Theo.
yeah, what do you want to do?
Okay. Lore question.
Mm-hmm.
Robots.
Yeah.
Like, if they work somewhere, do they just get turned off at nighttime? Do they go home to their house?
I mean,
Do they live?
They don't live. They could like have charging docks depending on if they're rechargeable, if their batteries get switched out, or like how will they function.
But they would like stay where they're
Probably.
employed.
And
Okay.
Isaac said this one was working in the warehouse and deliveries would happen at night too. So it probably works like 24/7 and it just is battery powered or something.
You know, maybe we do need a robot revolution if this robot's working 24/7.
It's fair. We need a robot union.
But not Lena's consciousness.
True.
Also fair. Yeah, I guess maybe look around the perimeter for like the warehouse loading area and then see what's going on and try and sneak in.
Yeah. You can sneak around pretty easy. It's very dark. Maybe there's a couple lights on the outside of the building just for like security camera reasons. But you see the loading bays and they seem to be locked, and then there's the front doors, and then there's also like a warehouse entrance, and everything's locked up right now.
Well,
Can we
I would love to
hear-
crack.
Can we hear like
That.
any machines?
You can make a investigate roll. See if
Sean, do you
can
want to go
hear.
first or do you want me to investigate? Do you care?
You can investigate first. I don't care.
You'll be like, wait, Theo. And I pull out a stethoscope and I saw this in a Janet comic once. And I press the stethoscope to the door. And
What
I'm
are you,
trying
a
to-
door doctor?
Shit!
What are you, a door doctor?
What is my problem today?
You're saving them for later, I guess.
I guess. Okay. I won't re-roll that one. I'll save one luck.
Okay. So yeah, you listen and you don't hear anything moving on the inside of the building. And you think it's pretty safe to at least pick the lock, and then you can see on the inside what's in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to pick that lock with my +2 lock picks.
I think you have to use Tinker, but you can roll with lockpicks.
That's not ideal, but fine. All right. Whew.
Nice. So what?
Alright, one
which
success.
are you going into the warehouse?
Warehouse, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there's a loading platform, and then there's some like big sliding doors that kind of slide up. And you get the lock on the outside, and then you can like slide it up just enough so you all can scooch in. But it is pitch black on the inside.
Well, that can't stop us. Did anyone bring a flashlight? Otherwise, I have moonshine. That I'm
We can
sure
turn
Light it
on the
up.
tractor. We can turn on the tractor lights and position the tractor so it shines into the warehouse.
could try and find the light switch.
Or that.
Are we trying to be sneaky or?
Well, I don't think either of those options are sneaky anymore. We ain't gotta like what we gotta do.
Or we can just move
Trying to
the
think the tractor would have like a light on it, but probably not one
Can
we can
Borje
detach.
make an investigate roll, please?
Sure. Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, you get one dice on that. Okay.
I got a 5. It was
Theo was
close.
picking the lock, so Emmy can as well.
Emmy, what?
Make an investigate roll.
Okay. Da-ba-da-ba.
Nice. Yeah, so when Theo opens this, you see Theo about to like, he gets it up and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go in. He's about to roll in, and you can see just like the faintest, you can see like dust in the warehouse just like float out of the door, and you see like the faintest little red laser light on the inside of this door.
And I say no, and I catch Theo by the ankle, and when he like keeps trying to go forward, he's just like,
What, Emmy? What are you doing? Let go.
Look. And I take a Swedish fish and I throw it over the laser, not onto the laser, but just like over, and I'm like, there.
That's a Swedish fish. You just threw it.
No, the laser.
Okay. What? There's a
Janet
laser?
Comics always say you got to avoid lasers. Nothing good will come of that. They usually trip an alarm system or hurt you. I don't know what kind it is, so that's why I didn't throw the Swedish fish at the laser to trip the alarm. I threw it
Oh, I think
over.
you didn't want to hurt the Swedish fish.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Both
Same
are
Save that for
important.
later.
I guess is it such that we could just step over it?
This one, yes. You don't know how many there are.
And the dust,
Laser
I'm
traffic
assuming-
there was grocery store.
Not
I don't
Unison
know.
grocery
Also, we
store.
don't even have a light, so
Might be easier to see them in the dark.
Let's just go into the front, get a bag of flour, and then we can just toss it in front of us as we're walking.
Perfect. Or just have the tractor spin its wheels and dust just fly into.
we can try. That was there another entrance? There was the front, and then I felt like there was a third one.
Yeah, there is. Let me look at the. Let's see. There's the loading platform, which is where you are. There's also an entrance to a room that looks like it's off of the warehouse, but you don't know what that is. There's another locked door that goes to another room that's off the warehouse, and then there's like the customer entrance to the actual grocery store bit. And there's windows if you wanted to do window stuff.
We could either try and sneak past the lasers and like disable the security somehow. Or I could whip up a little. I'm thinking I use the tractor mirrors and some paper towel tubes, and then I just make a little thing where it hits a mirror, bounces up around, and then back down and continues on its way. And we can just like walk through.
Nice. That's fun. Could we just shut off the power to the whole store, ruin all their produce? They'd have to throw it away anyway and turn off the lasers.
Ooh, that sounds mighty illegal.
Extra illegal.
Is it illegal? The odd one did it. Blame her.
I don't know. I kind of want to just go through the front now.
Through like the customer entrance?
Yeah. I mean, do we really care if an alarm gets set off? We just leave.
High-speed tractor chase.
Exactly. We're all terrain. We're in a tractor.
I mean, this Wagner robot did kill people. And if this other
Wagner
robot's-
did, yeah.
But if it's been infected, don't they all get part of Lena's crazy?
Yeah, maybe. I think they all.
Her cray-cray is
They definitely
contagious, essentially.
answer to Wagner. I mean, we don't even know where the robot. Like, we haven't even seen the actual robot.
How about this, Borje? I can give you my magnifying glass. Can you use that to deal with the lasers at all? Plus the mirrors from your tractor. Is that helpful at all? No.
I mean, maybe. We can step over this one, right?
Yeah.
And then once we're inside,
Mystery amount more.
are they just gonna have lasers down every aisle?
I don't know. They have lasers in the
No.
first place. You know what? This is what Emmy does. She just scoops up a bunch of dust and puts it in her shirt like this.
Uh-huh.
And she like throws the dust so we can see the first laser, and she's like, okay, I'll go first. And then she steps over the laser and she throws more dust, and she'll just be like this dust sprinkling machine. And
That
you guys
sounds great.
can follow behind.
Okay, are you entering then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you enter, Emmy, you can make another investigate check.
Investigation.
Perfect.
Yay.
So you get in and you can see, like, you throw some dust above your head and you can see a couple that are like crisscrossed above you, but you show the other kids kind of where to go so they don't trip the alarm, and you can make it in just fine. It is really dark, but there's a little bit of moonlight coming in from the small amount of the door that you've opened. And you also hear the sounds of, it sounds like it's coming from 3 different directions, sounds of like robotic movement coming towards you.
Theo pulls out the electric spooker and just turns it on. And he's gonna make like electrical arcs to see if that shows us, lights anything up.
Sure, yeah.
To see what's happening in the area.
Electric spooker, and you can see these 3 little loading units coming towards you, and when you kind of create that electric arc, they turn their own lights on and they come rushing towards you, trying to squeeze you with their robot arms.
Well, I don't let that happen.
Okay.
I
Hug
force
attack.
You're gonna force
with
it.
my electric spooker.
Yeah, go for it.
Do they seem amenable to talking?
No?
Okay.
2
Nice.
successes.
Yeah, so you electric spook this one that's coming towards you, and you incapacitate it pretty quickly and easily.
How many more? 2 more?
2 more, yeah.
I'll give a success to another kid.
Sure. Who do you want?
So I'll give a success to Emmy,
Okay.
and I'll electric spook the one in front of me, and then
I think
spin
one of
around.
them, yeah, gets its arms around Emmy, and she's like struggling to get out of it, and you shock it too, and it kind of loosens its grip and falls. I think I say they're not amenable to talking because I think they're literally just like robot forklifts. I don't,
Yeah, they don't
How
have
big
any,
are
like,
they?
capacity to
pretty
talk.
big. I mean, like at least the size of like the square footage of a pallet plus robot
Whoa.
bits. Yeah, they're large.
And they have arms?
And they have arms, yeah.
They're trying to crush us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to force it. Sort of the same thing. Borje is just going to try and hug it back. And I imagine
But stronger.
he thinks it's hugging him, so he's going to hug it back, and he just happens to like hit the off switch on the back of it when he hugs it.
You're like my friends, my
Oh.
robot friends.
I'll
Snugs.
go ahead and re-roll that one.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, what?
Oh, okay.
all right.
Oh my god.
So you do, I mean, you hug it back, and you're like feeling for anything, and it's all smooth, and it continues to squeeze you, and you get injured. What are you gonna do?
I made a mistake.
Theo will try to move and get over there
Yep.
to save Borje quickly enough before he gets crushed to death. So I'll move
Go ahead.
with my electric spooker.
How big are they? You said pallet.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Do they have like tank wheels? What kind of wheels do they have? Oh, Sean succeeded.
I think they've got regular wheels. They don't have like, yeah, they got regular wheels.
Okay, I rush on over to Borje and I spook for a third time. I spook Borje a little bit, but he completes the circuit, so it's fine.
Perfect. Yeah, this robot, it
So
also
conductive.
powers down. But this one, your electric spooker, that doesn't seem to have caught like such an important part. The other two seem disabled for a while, but this one like slowly shut down, and it's still got a little bit of power. You can tell. It's not holding Borje anymore, but it might reactivate sooner than the others.
Can I put Swedish fish in its gas tank?
That's what I was
How
about to
does
say.
forklifts work?
No, it's
Can we check to see how it's like communicating with Wagner? Like we still need information from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll.
Like check its programming?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Calculate, maybe? Or program?
I can roll.
Who's better?
I'll roll
It ain't
calculate.
me.
Take a look. Take a look. See my magnifying glass to examine it to see if there's been any like additions made or like chips put in or anything like that. Da 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 da. Well. I have 1 luck left.
I don't know.
I'll leave it for now.
I mean, we could
Okay.
just leave it, yeah.
I'll leave it.
Yeah, you leave
Try
it
to
then.
investigate something else.
Sure. So you've got the whole warehouse in front of you. And it's still really dark, but you can hear mechanical sounds coming from ahead of you as well. But they don't
Can we find a
seem-
flashlight in the?
Can we just turn the lights
warehouse?
on?
Yeah, somebody can roll investigate to find the lights.
I got this one, Emmy.
Okay. I was like,
I got-
I can try.
I got 0 dice. I was kidding. I had 0 dice.
0 dice. Okay. Borje will not do that. I will do it. I'm like, what we really need around here is some light. Shed a little light on the situation.
You're like, oh, I got this. And you head in and you're just like feeling on the wall and you eventually find the light switch and you turn it on and the lights come on in the supermarket. When the lights come on, I think you can see there's like in the ceiling a central like robotic unit that has a big arm coming off of it, and you can see
Perfect.
it is currently holding a hypodermic needle that sticks it into a barrel, draws it, and then takes a carton of milk and sticks it into the carton of milk and injects it.
That's not suspicious.
Perfect.
Wow.
My plan of
Great.
depowering the whole thing and spoiling all the milk still stands.
Is it just an arm? Like, is it conscious of us?
No, it
Approaching
doesn't
it?
seem to be.
It's like one of those arms that assembles cars at the car manufacturer, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we just move that barrel and then it will just not be injecting anything into the milk?
Emmy's like, you want to get close to that Wagner ring needle?
Oh man, can we see like how much stuff it's already infected?
Yeah, I'll show you this map. So it's got like the dairy goes into the warehouse. And it's got a couple of shelves where it's got milk that it's pulling from and then injecting into. And then you can see like another full shelf of milk is already, you assume it's already infected because it's putting the completed product there.
Okay, time to
We say
get rid of that milk.
Full shelf as in like just one shelf for the whole case. Like the whole book, the whole.
On this map, it has like the available dairy products, which you assume have already been filled in. And then there's 2 shelves behind that. One of it is like new product and one of it is contaminated product.
And they're all just like fridge unit things?
Yeah.
Well, let's just go unplug those.
Yeah.
I would
Unplug
just
your
grab the milk and toss it. Like, smash it.
Theo solutions.
I don't trust,
That's true.
I don't
No,
trust
you're not
people
wrong.
to not try and still take the milk. Or use the milk somehow.
Okay.
We want to definitively
Destroy
make
that
sure no one
milk.
can drink this. But we also need to stop this arm. Is there like, so there's the central control unit. Is that like within reach, or you said that was on the ceiling?
I think it's on the ceiling, but it's not too far up. Like you could climb shelving to get to it, or you could try to find a ladder.
Okay. Okay. So I could just like electric spook that, or we could try and see if we can get more information from it somehow. Or like we could look into the barrel. See if that has any identifying marks. Okay.
I don't
Theo
think we can
goes
talk
up
to it.
electric.
Yeah.
No, we can't talk to it, obviously. Okay, so Theo goes up and electric spooks that
Okay.
arm.
Roll move. I think it'll be difficulty 2. Because you have to climb up and then also electric spook it.
I don't even know. I was in the wrong place. Nothing. Okay, I'll re-roll. Nothing.
Oh
Wait.
no.
Okay, that's that.
All right, mark some condition. Whatever you think.
We'll say injured. I
Yeah.
fall and I twist my ankle.
Yeah.
I don't even make it up to it.
He
That
slips
car
and
Feels like
battery's
that.
dragging you
Fuck!
down.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I know. God, why is this thing so heavy?
Is it holding the barrel, or is it just
No,
coming
the
back to
barrel's
the
on the
barrel?
ground and it comes back and yeah. And it injects
Great,
it
okay.
and like moves the carton of milk and then continues on.
Great. When it's doing the milk and not at the barrel, I just want to like pull the barrel out of the way.
Okay, roll force or move.
They are the same.
Nice. So you just move that barrel out of the way.
Mhm.
And it comes
Snip it
back and it like tries to get stuff and then you can tell it's confused. And like moves its arm. But it's not very long, like the barrel was just out of reach. So it's like trying to figure out where the barrel is and it's trying to jab a bunch of different points. But it doesn't seem like it can get the WR anymore.
So now it's just a danger arm stabbing everywhere.
Just a stabby
Can't get
stabby arm.
close.
That's fine. That's fine. How big is the Wagner ring barrel?
It's
Like
like,
a
a
barrel?
drum, yeah.
Does it have any identifying marks on it?
Somebody can roll investigate. Or comprehend.
I do it. Yet again, whip out that magnifying glass and I look for a manufacturer or any kind of details about its origin. Oh my god. Swedish fish, you've betrayed me. Magnifying glass thrown away in disgust. No.
Are you
We're
gonna
not doing good
reroll,
today.
or you can take in condition and reroll if you want.
That will make my rolls that much more exciting. But I will do that. I'll just spend the last of my luck and then I'll wait to take a condition. I will try again. I will focus. I'll call upon the power of Janet and focus in this.
Oh my goodness.
You get one more.
Yeah, you get one
I
more.
didn't put my bonus in for my magnifying glass.
This is so bad.
How to roll just one. Here we go.
Just
Nope.
roll, yeah.
Nope.
It's a bad time.
Bad time.
Yeah, it's an unlabeled drum, I guess.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Throw it into the fire.
Okay, Theo's gonna destroy that milk.
How are you gonna do
His
that?
milk smashing party. He's just gonna
Whack-a-milk.
grab them and throw them on the ground.
Okay, and then
Or throw them outside.
I guess you should roll move probably to avoid this stabby robot now.
You're avoiding the needle with Wagner rings on it, so you can throw the milk on the ground and put the Wagner rings
And
everywhere.
Emmy's like, make sure you don't get any on you.
The Wagner rings don't, like, they infect you, but they have to be delivered somehow. I don't think they just get through your skin.
We don't know that.
We don't know. What would Lena do? What would Lena do, Theo?
Well, I'll keep my rubber gloves on, I guess. I don't know. I'm wearing shoes. Anyways, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna re-roll. I fail.
Okay.
Send help.
I think you're like dodging and ducking and smashing this milk. And then your friends are like trying to tell you where to avoid the robot, and you take one wrong step and you get stabbed with this needle. And then the robot
Great.
just takes it out and starts like searching other places, but it doesn't seem to care about you anymore.
Don't worry, the rings need to be delivered somehow. They can't just get through your skin.
Hey, at least I'm doing something.
But you smash
right.
the milk.
I will take upset for that.
I would like to resist that consequence, Abby. Flashback to immunity to Wagner rings.
Flashback to when I put a Swedish fish on the end of the needle so we couldn't stab anything.
Can Theo still move?
Yeah.
Like I mean, yeah. I don't know how hard he was stabbed.
No, I mean it's like a injection needle. It's not like a massive syringe.
Not like a horse syringe.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I smash all the milk. I
get stabbed.
Start kicking and stomping, and then I just say, "Let's go." I think we should Theo just starts walking out. He's completely forgotten about any lasers.
He's completely forgotten about it. I mean, I guess at this point it doesn't matter.
Should we take the barrel?
We should definitely dump the barrel, if not take it.
I don't care about the barrel. And then, Theo just he walks over to the tractor and is like, if y'all don't get over here, I'm going to start it right now.
Theo can't drive the tractor. I have the keys.
Give me the keys.
It's going to hotwire the tractor. Emmy runs and takes barrel. She's not afraid of anything. Gonna take that barrel with her.
A drum weighs a lot.
A lot.
I don't understand what you're saying. The power of Swedish fish and a small child. And fear of nothing means I can't carry it.
Wait, it weighs like 400 pounds, I think. Full, and it's probably not full, but I mean, it's significant.
Can we like drag it?
Yeah, you could try to force it if you really wanted to, but it's gonna take time, and Theo seems very impatient.
Emmy's gonna be like, Theo, yeah, I totally get it. Let's go. We gotta go. But first, can I have a smoke? I know you've been playing with cigarettes lately.
What?
Have a smoke?
I need your lighter.
Why do you want my stuff?
I want to light this thing on fire. You like fire?
We need to go. We already did everything we're supposed to do.
But we can't leave this danger barrel of danger here in case somebody. So we destroyed the milk, but still the danger barrel can affect more milk. So we also have to take care of that situation.
Yeah, Borje is dragging the barrel.
Roll force.
Force, okay.
Just break the barrel.
No, the barrel is immovable.
I already moved it once.
It's stuck on the floor. It got.
Oh yeah, there's like the warehouse like drops. There's like a safety stair.
Just
can I
flip pull the fire alarm or something and get the police to come and leave. They'll find the danger barrel and the crazy robot arm and the smashed milk, and they'll be like, crime.
Can we take a break and come back?
Yeah, we can take a break and come back. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Let go. We're live. We're back. We're ready to go. What are you guys doing?
I don't think we made any decisions in 10 minutes.
I think I say we have a tractor. We get in the tractor because Theo wants us in the tractor, and then Emmy just reaches down where Borje is and like floors the tractor so it goes straight into the warehouse, knocks down the barrel, and then puts it in reverse, and we floor it out of there.
I don't think the barrel's just like right next to the door.
The map has where the barrel is, and it's not.
Shh! We moved it. Remember?
Not that far. You didn't.
I think I moved it like a
Abby.
foot.
Abby, I disagree. Okay, maybe not. That's the best I got, guys.
Fine, we'll just leave it. Either the store owners are in on it, or they'll be like, what is this weird barrel doing in my store?
Yeah. Emmy will maybe. This is what will happen. I'm sure, had a to-go coffee. She's gonna dump the coffee into the barrel. Hopefully
Hopefully you don't supercharge them, yeah.
Hopefully.
Caffeine, notoriously corrosive to Wagner rings.
It's a special family recipe, highly corrosive to those who have not built up an immunity since
Highly
childhood.
acidic.
She just dumps it in, hoping it's going to mess up the
Yeah.
delicate pH balance. I'm sure that
Yeah.
needs to happen
Yeah.
for the nano robots. And we'll be like, that's the best we can do. We got to get out of here. Deuces. Bye.
Let go.
Let's go.
Up on that tractor. Move on out of there. Somebody roll move.
I got it.
It's not me.
I don't got it. Jesus. Okay, well, I will. I'm a little scared.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
and I do
Cool.
get one more. Oh, wait, no, I don't get one more. Okay, great. Well, I move.
Yeah. I mean, you can all move successfully out, and that's
Okay.
Or you go
Jeez.
back to Borge's farm, I'm guessing, and spend the night there.
Theo has to be dropped off at his house.
First, before while we're on the ride, Emmy's like, Theo, let me see where you were hit. Let me see it. And
No,
she like
don't-
grabs.
Don't touch me.
She grabs him, and she's like, I read this in a Janet novel. And she's like, we gotta suck the poison out of the.
Don't get your mouth anywhere near my body. Theo rips his arm out of your hold.
She's like, Theo, we don't know what's good to do. You might go crazy. Do you have Lena-like
I'm
thoughts?
fine. What are you talking about?
How do you feel about
Y'all
the
are the
Asian
ones going
period?
crazy. I just want to get home.
Abby,
Uh-huh.
when we're leaving, we're on a supermarket that's really far away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So on our way to drop Theo off at his house,
Mm-hmm.
can I stop by the vet house?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
The death vet?
Why are we
The
stopping
death
at the vet? Yeah, the
Yeah,
death
so
vet. Wow.
Theo, you are on the way home. It sounds great. You're excited to be back in your own bed, and then Borge
Emmy's
just pulls
distracting
off
you
next to
from
this
what's
random
happening.
vet's place.
Borge, what are you doing? Where are we going? Why are we going?
Why?
Okay, Emmy.
Emmy is driving me crazy.
That is true. 100% intentional crazy. Yes. Borge, are we psychically communicating?
I think we're psychically communicating. Okay. So,
Borge, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
yes. I will jump into the back and hold Theo down while you run up to the door to get the vet and tell
Ketamine.
that our friend was stabbed with a weird needle that we found on the ground and we need her to look at it and we're scared to go to the doctor.
You know what they
And she's
did
the
last
closest thing
to a
to a doctor
sick
we know, but
animal,
please don't
though.
put our friend down because we really like him.
Okay, deal. Yeah. So I'll run in and get the vet and say that in the pursuit of science, one of our friends was injured.
we were learning about drugs, but we're experimental learners, and so we stabbed him.
Oh my god. Okay.
You wouldn't let me, but he's afraid of the doctor, so I came here, and you're the only person that we could think of. And can you help him?
Alright, well, I think Boris has to do something to nail Theo down.
Yeah,
You know,
so
there's a versus
is
each
there?
other kids thing. Yeah, kids versus kids. You roll it just like a versus.
Okay.
What if we both get 0?
Tie goes to Theo, who's the defender, I guess. That's what I'll say.
Burning rules are already infiltrating.
Yeah.
You may buy extra successes by checking conditions. 1 success for
Ooh.
each check condition. You can make yourself broken to win if you want to.
Oh.
What does
If there
broken
still
do?
isn't a winner, something happens that interrupts the situation.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sure, do
Okay.
that. You can. Theo can probably do move, and Boris can do force.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do force?
Yeah.
Now, it's my tractor.
No, you cannot use the tractor.
Can I use the electric spooker?
I made that. You can't use it against me. I am immune to that.
I feel like this is similar to my trans powder argument.
No one's immune to the electric spooker.
Oh, great. Okay. Perfect. I force.
Oh, pretty good.
God. I force!
You rolled 61616. What?
Theo, yeah, he's like already trying to get out of the tractor once you start rolling up to this vet and is like, I'm out of here. Y'all just are. I don't even know
I'm gonna
what's
check a
wrong with you all."
condition to tie.
I'll check a condition, put myself
I'm gonna
ahead.
check another condition.
I'll check a
Emmy just
condition.
gets
I
back
check
and you guys are
broken.
both knocked out.
You're checking broken.
I check broken.
I check broken.
Oh my god!
You can't win.
Can we
Can't
both
Sucked
check
the
broken?
poison out while I
Yeah.
could have.
Yeah, it counts as a condition to check. One success for each check condition, and you can make yourself broken to win if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I check broken to win if I wanted to. I did.
Yeah,
it
but I
first.
checked broken to win.
No, I did it
You
first to
don't
win.
get to.
It says check it to win. I checked
Check
it.
to
I win.
No, I think this is fine. You can both check broken, and Theo gets away. So, Emmy, you run up to this vet, and they answer the door, and you're like talking to them. And then you turn around and you see your friends have just beat each other to shit. And Theo's running away, and
And I'm
Borge's
like-
unconscious.
No.
We're just unconscious. Sucker punch.
And then
him right
I
in the
look at
face.
it, I look at the vet and I'm like, boys, am I right? They're crazy.
I don't even remember how broken works. Now I have to look this up.
I take little Borge because he's already in a tractor. I make sure that he's not. I have the vet examine him since he's there.
Like, well, now that you're here,
Sure, yeah. They take a look at him, and
I'm like, if somebody was stabbed with a mysterious needle, with a mysterious substance, hypothetically, because I'm thinking about becoming a vet/doctor, how would you treat them to like flush said weird substance out of their body?
well, like that's a weirdly specific question.
I'm
sounds like a
writing
charm.
novel. I'm writing a novel,
Oh.
and it's happening to my character, and I need to know.
It depends on the substance, but maybe like eat some food, drink some water, make sure you're well rested. Some
So,
things
like-
can only be counteracted with other things, but it depends on substance.
What if it's like, because Wagner rings, what are they, like a virus?
They're like a micro computer thing. Yeah.
So, like, if somebody was stabbed with a serum filled with microcomputer, how long would they last in someone's body?
Like, I don't
just
know. I
just
can't help
asking
you.
questions.
Just theoretical questions from
I'm
my
a vet,
science fiction.
not a people doctor. I don't know about that.
Okay, that's fair. I get it. I could see how that's outside of your realm of expertise.
I just
It's
put
on
animals
people.
down. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I'm not even a vet. I just am the only one that was willing to do it in town.
Emmy's like, okay, bye, and then she finagles her way into the tractor, sits on her encyclopedia so that she can reach the pedals, and starts it up and tries to drive Borje home,
Sure.
leaving Theo to the
Roll
woods.
Move.
Can I roll? Can I check? I'm not scared of it. Or nothing scares me, and
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of
Yeah,
scaring
that's
this.
fine. You can roll
driving
first
this.
if you want to.
I'll roll first. That's true. Move, you said?
Yep.
Do I get points for sitting on the encyclopedia?
Sure. Only
Not
because
that
I
it'll
think
matter.
you could use Borge's tractor. And they're the same. Nice.
Ha-ha!
Good job. Yeah, so you can drive back. You drive back to somewhere. I don't know where you
His
go.
house.
His house. And park up the tractor and unload him, and you can hear Isaac saying from the inside of the secret hideout, he's like, "Hello, how did it go?"
Terrible, Isaac. Terrible. I'm the only one here. And she's like,
We should have brought Isaac all along.
Isaac, I need you to think. I need you to think deeply on this subject. If a human was stabbed with some Wagner rings, what would happen?
It'd probably get infected, but I think it wears off.
But how soon?
Depends on how many rings they got, I think.
Say like a needle full of rings. A needle that would have gone into milk full of rings.
That's probably a long time.
Great.
It was a needle that was going back to be refilled.
That is true.
Okay, good point. I didn't remember that.
Borge wakes up, says that.
Borje mutters in his sleep.
Good thing I moved that barrel so the needle was empty.
I'm gonna be like, Isaac. Okay, you think about that. I'm gonna go get Borge's mom so she can like have a little help me move him to the couch or whatever. Or no, Isaac, you should help me move him to the couch. Borge's mom can't do anything; she's too sick. So we kick Aunt Maggie off the couch. We put Borje.
Borge has a bed.
I know, but it's upstairs. I gotta move
No,
your heavy.
there's no upstairs on my
There's
farmhouse.
no upstairs. There's no upstairs. Okay, then
No.
it's fine. You get to be in your bed.
It's a rancher.
And
You
I
kick
tell your
Aunt
mom,
Maggie off, and then you're like, "Oh, Borge has a
We don't
bed."
need it.
but you needed to be kicked off this couch anyway. And I'm like, I get Borge's mom, and I'm like, Borge's just really tuckered out after his last field trip. It would be nice if you could have a little chat with him when he wakes up. Maybe just be there for him. And then she's like, "Okay, bye, gotta go." She hustles back out, and gives Isaac the lowdown on what happened, and heads to her house herself.
Cool. Yeah, how does broken work? Did somebody look it up?
You automatically fail all rolls
Uh-huh.
until you are healed.
Okay, but you can't heal it. Okay.
Yeah, you're physically or emotionally injured somehow.
Yeah.
AK, we beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think Borge, the next morning you wake to your ma bringing you some nice morning chicken noodle soup and like eating it to you, and she'll bring you like warm milk. You're like, I do not want milk.
Hard pass on the milk.
Okay, no milk.
I guess we have a cow, so it probably came from the cow. I still don't want it.
And she basically takes care of you, like, I think most of the next day. And you can cure your conditions after that time.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
I was gonna do something, but I forgot what it was.
What's Theo doing?
Theo runs home, goes straight to his room, and starts Sparky? That was my cat. Sparky. He falls onto the bed, super tired, bruised all over. Starts snuggling with Sparky. It's like, all my friends are going crazy. Something's wrong with them. I don't know what. I can't trust them anymore, Sparky. Nothing is right. My head hurts so much. And it just
sound like me.
Sparky, you're the only one who understands me. You're always here for me no matter what. But they could be anywhere. They could be watching me right now. I can't trust them at all. But I'm so tired. And then he just goes to sleep for a little bit.
Yeah.
For a long bit, probably.
Yeah, long bit.
Emmy
Forever,
calls
actually.
her in the morning and asks him to stop by.
Her house?
No, Theo's house.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't want that yet. Because now he's broken, so we win rolls against him.
They said it doesn't last very long if there's nothing in the syringe. Probably.
They said?
We're going
They
to trust
said Isaac
Isaac?
said.
He's been wrong
Abby,
almost every time we've asked him anything.
Abby, Isaac. Okay. I stand by calling Per.
Okay.
Emmy doesn't like her friends fighting.
Yeah.
Because then she doesn't get to boss both of them around if they're fighting.
Yeah, so you call Per.
It's true.
And I'm like, Per, Theo's really tired from doing his after-school experiments, and he's feeling a little dejected lately. Trash compacting isn't the field that it used to be.
His prospects aren't looking good, and it's really brought him down.
And he just needs a little pep talk, maybe a little milkshake delivery. Think it would mean a lot to him if you could stop by and visit him.
Okay.
But don't tell him I called you.
Yeah. He agrees to do that. So he shows up at Theo's at 1 p.m. the next day. With a caramel Oreo milkshake.
Ooh, yummy. Exotic
Yeah.
Oreo.
Where did he get that
Not a
milk?
American.
No, they buy a commercial sized milk, so they're not getting
They
the
source just from Borge Farms Incorporated.
It's so cheap that Borge Farms Incorporated doesn't make any money, which explains everything. Okay.
He knocks on
I
the door.
think I don't think Theo would answer. I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
his parents would answer, and maybe talk to
Yeah, you
her
can
a little bit.
you can hear the sounds of a muffled conversation happening downstairs.
Think Theo maybe he creeps out of his door and is trying to spy on them, and it's like, what are they talking about? I bet they're talking about me. Sparky, we're going in. It's like holding Sparky in front of him.
Yeah, so
His arms wrapped around in front. He's like peering around the corner.
Yeah, and
Trying to
you
listen
can
in.
hear Per talking
Peeks
to your
his head
parents, and
around.
he's like, "Oh, I was just stopping by. I heard that Theo wasn't feeling great. And I was supposed to. I thought I would come by and bring him a milkshake from the diner because he loves milkshakes."
Theo has a
He's just been
Gollum
studying.
style, they're trying to trick you, but I love milkshakes, precious.
With Sparky.
The milk is poisoned. Yes, Sparky, but the milk is poisoned. But it's a milkshake and it has Oreos.
Those are very expensive. All the way from America.
I think he you know how kids sometimes talk through inanimate objects to avoid direct confrontation. He puts Sparky around that. I imagine the hallway to the stairwell. It's eventually it hits the stairwell where it opens up and you can see down into everything.
Yeah.
It's got sort of and so he peeks Sparky around the side, and Sparky's just limp, holding it and he's he says around where no one's seeing him, he's like, Theo would maybe like a milkshake, and he's moving Sparky up and down. Will accept milkshake if left outside of his room, and then retreats back. And
the most
closes the room.
Docile cat I've ever heard about.
Yeah, they have a deep bond. They are one.
They are
He's a-
one.
As you have seen from
Yeah.
said, their consciousness has become one.
Your parents are both
Sparky lets out
"Where'd
a
that
meow
cat
or
come
something.
from? Theo, get that cat out of our house."
Don't worry
It's
about
my
it.
cat!
And they're like, "Oh,
What cat?
so sorry about Theo. We'll take that milkshake up to him. Thanks for stopping by." And Per's like, "I mean, okay, I get, okay, tell him I said hi, I guess." And then he leaves, and the milkshake's left outside your door.
Okay. I think that should be allowed to cure broken, but not my other
Yeah,
conditions.
yeah, that's fair.
Since I didn't actually talk to Per.
Yeah.
So I can make rolls with a -4. Which I love.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Emmy is
Just
just sitting
slurps up
in her
that
room
milkshake.
masterminding. She's like, they've taken my knight. They've taken my my bishop. But they haven't taken the queen.
Is Borge the queen?
I was making him the bishop, but Borge can be the queen. whatever piece you want to be, Borje. And so she's just, uh, just in that like formula flow state where she sees all the formulas in her mind and is trying to think through things.
She's in Duchess's web room.
She's connecting strings everywhere.
She's like, Jared. It all ties back to Jared now. Yeah. And I think she goes down to the coffee shop, her spiritual center, and seeks solace in the latest Janet and a fresh, not made by her coffee.
Yeah. I think maybe it's been a while since you've been to the coffee shop.
Yeah, feels like it's been a while.
So there's actually like a new published Janet that you have, like you didn't like edit before it was published.
Manna from heaven. Perfect.
This one's called Janet Takes on Big Dairy in America.
Janet. Moo point.
The dairy conspiracies.
Janet struggles with lactose intolerance.
Janet utterly defeated. And I think I sit there and I read it in one sitting, maybe have 3 coffees, which the barista always makes half calf unbeknownst to me.
Yep.
And just power read through, and then just fill my soul with the song of Janet.
Nice. Do you have conditions that you wanted to clear?
I have no conditions, but I felt like I wanted to go, can it restore my luck? Then no, I have no conditions.
Okay.
I just felt like
you have a good time. Good day at the bookstore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you know it, it's like mid-afternoon and you've lost track of time.
That's the sign of a great episode. Close it, stretch out, do a little crick, and I'm like, oh, I'm back. And I'm like, it's enough time for the boys to like feel a little better. Give them a little distance, A boss always knows when her minions need some time to themselves. To recover. And I feel like she moseys on over to Theo's window and she's like, Theo.
Opens the window, peeks Sparky around the corner. What do you want? Sparky meows. I said, what do you want?
I just wanted to check on you. Are you okay? Do you feel okay? How are things? Did you get milkshake?
Yeah, I got the milkshake. How did you know about the milkshake? Who told you? You don't talk to Purr. You can't fool me.
I never can talk to any purrs ever. She's like, no, I asked him to come and visit you. I thought you might need a milkshake.
I mean, I always need milkshakes.
And he knows not to lie to someone who's paranoid.
Yes, Logan.
How long am I out, Abby?
You're up and about now.
Okay. I think you guys hear the distant put of a tractor.
Just a light little put.
That little put of a 40-mile-an-hour tractor.
He's going at a steady clip. I can tell by how many putts per minute there are.
In no time at all, Borje pulls up with the milkshake in hand. that he stopped by the diner and he got a milkshake, a strawberry milkshake, and he brought it to Theo because he
A
didn't know.
strawberry milkshake.
A strawberry milkshake.
Theo peeks his actual head round. Are you at the back by the window?
Oh, yeah, I'll have just like taken out a shrub or two.
My parents hate y'all so much.
R.I.P. those hydrangeas.
Tire tracks through the front lawn, around the house.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. Theo peeks his actual head up over the window and he's like, "What is that?"
It's a tractor, Theo. You see me driving them all the time.
No, what are you holding?
Oh, this? Oh, I just brought you I know you'd like a milkshake. I wanted to apologize for assaulting you in the back of my tractor yesterday.
Yeah, you were kidnapping me. What were you even doing? I don't even know. What did you put in that milkshake?
What did I put in a milkshake? It's a milkshake, Theo. I put
Emmy's
milk
like,
in
I'll
it.
have some, and she's like, oh, it's not Swedish fish flavored, but it's pretty good.
There's a little je ne sais quoi Pepto aspect to this pink milkshake.
It's the taste of pink. That's the
It's the
Pepto
taste
quality.
of pink, yeah. No, Borje doesn't
Okay.
understand medicine, so he says, Theo can only be made better by Pepto-Bismol. So he got a strawberry milkshake, and then he put a couple capfuls of Pepto-Bismol in this milkshake.
Activated carbon fixes everything.
Okay. Theo's like, "I'll be down," and you hear him slam the window shut and stomp through the house and out the back door. He's got his arms
Your
crossed.
parents are like, is that a tractor in the yard?
Haven't you
No,
had
it's
enough
not. You're mad at
milkshakes
things
today?
again. I live off of milkshakes. It's part of a healthy diet. It's good for your bones.
Theo, where'd that cat go?
My cat! All I do is gaslight my parents constantly.
Yeah.
Okay, he comes out and he sticks his hand out for that milkshake and he goes,
Emmy sings, my milkshake brings the sleep.
The song hasn't been released yet.
I think he like tries to reach out for that milkshake and then like he like screws his eyes shut and he kind of grabs his head and like just kind of like shakes a little bit and then maybe like falls to the ground on his knees. It's like what what happened? What? Where?
Emmy pulls
Did
out
I
a notepad.
punch you? Borje? Did you punch me?
Yeah. There was a lot of punching happening on either side.
I didn't mean to punch you, Theo, but you were sort of asking for it after you kept punching me and you tried to electric spook me, so I just had to, like, punch you. I'm sorry,
Well,
I tried
think
to avoid
the important part
face.
is he swipes the milkshake, takes a sip, and is like, I mean, the important part is I came out on top.
We could go
Just
round
keep
two right
drinking
now.
that milkshake, hun. Just drink it all up.
Theo is gulping that milkshake down. It's a little chalky. What did you put in this?
Calcium. Extra calcium to help
Can
you
I
breathe.
lead him with the Pepto-Bismol inside of this
Sure.
milkshake?
Yeah, that's great.
If I
I think
wanted
you can
to...
still only clear max one condition.
Can you? No. Bonus effects, you can hear additional condition.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
If I wanted to check my luck, or not my luck, my pride,
Mm-hmm.
to help him. That would just get me 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll roll then.
Whoa!
Go ahead and
The
heal
milkshake
3 conditions.
of pure love.
Pure love. I'm like, oh, it's a little chalky. I take it, turn around, dump a little bit more Theo into it, mix it up. Be like, I try it now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check off those conditions. We'll say I'm still injured, but I feel much more emotionally
Probably. I'm
secure.
a real good puncher. I wrestle animals sometimes.
He practiced with
weird.
birds.
He keeps gulping down that milkshake. He's like, something after that needle? And I was just like, y'all are acting weird as hell. We have got to get out of here. Then I just felt like horrible for the rest of the night. And I don't know, I kept getting flashes of like robots and wanting to take over the world. It was weird. I don't understand.
Well, I'm sure it was nothing, Theo. I'm sure you just have an overactive imagination.
I mean, he's writing everything down. And have there been any other symptoms we should know about?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I mean,
Great.
my ankle still hurts. Did you
Well,
know car batteries are really heavy?
Yeah. Maybe
I
we
don't
should look
recommend
into a
climbing with a
lighter
car battery.
spooker.
Maybe if someone could make anything better than a +1 electric spooker, we could light them really quick.
If you use the spooker against us, you're not allowed to have a +1
Yeah.
electric spooker.
I'm gonna think twice about arming you.
The best personal arm over here.
Amazing.
Now, this meeting, did we know when it is, or was it just like in a couple days?
Abby, laughter.
I don't like that.
Theo goes, I kept hearing these words from somewhere in my brain. And it was like, Valhalla is close. Join us in Goholmen. I don't know what any of that means.
I think Goholmen's just a place right over there.
I've never been to a place.
Well, let's go to the place right over there. When was the meeting?
Goholmen?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Goholmen.
More north than Kungsberga, which is where that grocery store was.
Goddamn Kunzberga.
Just leads north and north and north. You know what this means?
Birgitta.
Wagner's trying to take over Santa Claus.
Lapland is Wagner's.
Wait, isn't that's real close to the island of Purr?
Yeah, it is, I think, actually.
Where's the map?
I think it's literally right there.
Is it
Let me
close
see.
to
I'll
the bird
take you on the
island
map.
that had a magnetrine ship that was made out of magnetrine ship?
Yeah.
Logan can see them, but I have
think
no
that's
idea.
the
Where
map.
The map is in the book, so I just am at the front of
Oh, you've been looking at the book map. Goholmen.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
yeah,
home and
Kungsberga. Were we in Lunda? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Or somewhere around
yeah,
there?
somewhere around there. So
Right,
I
you
guess
have to get to an island
Kungsberga
again.
is south, and then yeah, you have to go north. But yeah, I think the Purr Island is that one right there.
Well, we don't need to visit them on the way over. That's all I have to say. We can leave them to live out their lives.
We'll wave at them as we
anonymity.
pass by.
Hi, guys!
Hi, hope you're having fun.
Oh, and then
Sorry to lock you.
yeah, Adelso is the one that's all the way to the west, and that's where Lena's farm was and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so far away.
It's so far away. But you know, we just have a policewoman take us anywhere we want to go.
That's true.
Yep.
Speaking of policewoman, she's the only one we know with the boat.
It's true.
And wait, no, I think I have a boat.
Did
think
we
we-
use your boat
you
to
I
do
get
think
there?
we used
in
my
the
boat
first
to
place?
get there, yeah.
Yeah, to get to the Magntrain ship in the very first mystery.
Yeah.
hmm
Do we want to put the boat on a tractor and head out?
Yes.
Is that where the meeting was taking place? Go Holman?
Yeah. No, not the other meeting. The other meeting was in Husby Meadow. I don't know if it's listed on here.
yes,
There's
Husby
a
Maybe we should
Meadow.
do
Hills
with
Hog.
that.
Hog.
But I think Husby Meadow
Healy's Hog.
is close-ish also.
Well, I don't. What we're just gonna? Are we gonna just stroll on up and be like, "Hey, stop what
Can we
you're
disguise
doing"?
ourselves as robots?
We just pretend that we've been infected. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Have
Wait,
Isaac
you-
come pretend to be infected?
Yeah. Or the Valhalla. We could go to the Valhalla meeting and pretend we're infected and we heard the call. Or I don't know how we would do the Meadow meeting.
Or we
Unless
just
we
spy
just-
on them?
Spied on it, yeah. Sneaked.
What is it? What was
Sneaky stuff.
Goldholman? Someone was telling you to come there?
I heard the phrase Valhalla is close. Join us and go Holman.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's not menacing at all. I think
It's
we
not
should just go there
menacing.
totally unprepared.
I think we should just stroll on up without any planning whatsoever because
Well, I'm also have a condition.
With as many conditions as possible.
yeah. Maybe let's spy on the meeting and see what they say, and then we can go from there.
Cool.
The Meadow meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it? Happy Fun Meadow?
Happy Fun Meadow Frolicking, yeah.
Happy Fun Frolicking Meadow.
Okay, sure. So Isaac wants to lead you there, if that's okay.
Why?
Because he knows where it is.
I guess.
Sure. Are you not scared of being crushed again?
I mean, I am, but you can just fix me again, right?
Oh, shucks, you're right. Let's go.
Depending on how badly you get crushed, no.
Any evil scientist laughs and she's like, yeah, yes, of course we can fix you again.
We'll make you better than ever.
Okay.
You'll be perfect.
So you hop on the tractor, I assume, and Isaac can just point you the way. And you pull up to the outside of this meadow a good ways because in the sky you can see some flying drones like circling this meadow, kind of like hanging out. And they'll like occasionally you can see them like dip down in the middle of the meadow and then they'll come back up. And there's, I don't know, a couple dozen of them. There's a lot.
A couple dozen of them?
Should have taken our shotguns and rifles, I guess.
Throw some stones.
Could have gone drone hunting.
Do robots speak?
Some do. I mean, Isaac is. So
Like, is their meeting just going to be them all just staring at each other and like beeping, and then they're going to go their separate ways?
no, Isaac's the people running the meeting are human.
Oh, what? Who's running it, Isaac?
Their names are Hugin and Munin. And they're old co-workers of Lena's who left when she left and has been
Memory
working
and
with her.
Are they
Whatever.
brothers that look identical?
No?
Okay, good. That's fine then. Wait, co-workers of Lena's from Microlex or from the Loop?
The Loop.
Of course. Okay, well,
She said
Hyunjin-
something about them
Hugin.
being Soviet spies or communists or something.
Emmy's laser eyes. Engage! Spies? She's like, okay, Isaac, you need to get in there. Would they recognize you?
I mean,
You go
I
to this
think
meeting.
so, but my hope is that I can get in there and show them this video, and maybe they'll change their mind about serving Wagner after they've seen what he did to Lena.
Oh, so you want to interfere with the meeting? I thought we were just
I
observing.
mean, we
the
can't.
meeting.
That's fine. We can just observe if you want. But I thought maybe. I mean, they're okay people. I don't wish them harm.
Are
Okay, you've
they?
convinced me.
Spies.
They might be so.
They are willing to work for a maniacal robot? I don't know if they're good people. Also, don't we know that the Wagner rings cause mind control? Like,
They
I don't
could be
think
mind controlled.
reason is going to work particularly well.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Well, let's just. I'll slap the top of this, Wagner. You can fit so many good ideas in here. You go out there and you tell them this fact.
Well, I don't want to go alone.
Oh, well, we're not going to.
How about this? How about we just sneak in and listen, and depending on what we hear, we can decide then.
Isaac, why don't you want to go alone? You just go out there.
I don't want to be infected again.
Why would you get infected?
I think that's what they're
Were
doing.
you infected
here.
in the first place?
Yeah, I think so. That's what we've decided.
You were crushed. I don't think we decided you were infected.
No, I got
Yeah,
this
he was
video
infected
of
after
Lena,
the video.
and then Wagner infected me, so I didn't know.
Oh, and then you were crushed by Mason?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how does
Okay.
us going out there stop you from getting infected?
You can protect me?
Or we could just rebuild you like we did before. You already said that. It was your great idea.
But then if I get infected, I would know that you're hiding here, and then I could tell them to come after you, and then they would come get you, and then you would die also, and then you couldn't fix me.
So we'll just.
Theo's going to sneak on down into that.
Roll sneak!
While this conversation is
Too
happening,
much talking.
Theo sneaks. Emmy slips you a ham radio.
I have my regular ham radio.
I know, but another one that you can like plant, so we can hear it from a distance.
Okay. I sneak on down.
Nice.
What do I find?
So you see these boys kind of walking around guarding the meeting.
Oh!
Look at them.
No big deal.
They're so cute.
Oh my gosh.
I do
they're
love that
so
one in the back.
cute.
I love them so much.
They're strangely expressive.
They are strangely
Yeah.
expressive.
But you sneak right past them. No problems. And in the middle of this field, so you can see the meadow is dominated by tall grass and spring flowers. And in the middle of it, there are robots assembled in a ring, standing still as if they're turned off. And then you see these two humans, which are these people. Also standing in the middle of the robot ring, talking to the robots. And as they're talking, you can see these drones that were kind of circling, like every now and then come down and like sit on a robot for a little bit and then fly back up.
Wow. Okay, so are they just like
Yeah.
giving a speech about how great Wagner is and stuff and his plans for world domination?
Yeah, they talk about they're like sing praises to the god Lena who invented WR to lead us to Valhalla. And then they talk about like all hail Stalin and Lenin, devoted fighters in the struggle to free robots and end robot slavery. And they're like
Yes.
propagandaing these robots.
Got it.
Okay. And those drones are probably infecting the robots with rings, maybe. And I don't think there's anything we can do here, so I'm gonna leave.
I'ma leave.
I do not want to deal with these giant robots. I did not realize they were here. I do not want to play with them.
They look friendly.
They don't look convincible. Let's put Hugin and Munin on the not convincible of Lena's evilness. But they were saying sing praises to Lena. Lena is dead. Do they know that?
She's like, they think that she's ascended to godhood.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
It's
Toad's
fantastic.
crazy. Delicious.
As you
Really
leave,
attached to
Theo, and you
reality.
head
Firmly
back,
attached to reality.
you can see them each. They'll like walk up to a robot and they'll be like, "Long live Lena," and then they'll like switch on its on button again, and then it like boots up and starts walking off in a direction.
They're like faith healing the robot.
Yeah.
Great.
This did not help at all.
This did not. Is there anything like? Can I roll comprehend just to see if there's anything that I like can understand from the situation? Like I'm not investigating, but from like what I heard on the radio.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so let's see. You hear them talk. They mention Go Holman. And they say the ship is gonna be restored soon in Go Holman, and when it's repaired, it will bring all of you to Valhalla, where you can meet our god Lena, and where everybody can live a life of freedom away from the oppression of humanity. And they also, I think they talk amongst themselves, and maybe Theo doesn't pick up on it because he's headed back, but you can hear that they mention that the laboratory is on board the ship where WR is produced as well.
So we need to blow up a magnetrine ship.
So many evil ships in this game. I don't like it. Ships are a force for good.
Not this time.
Yeah, how
The
do we?
Death Star.
How are we gonna stop it?
I have no clue.
Questions.
Should we just make a reverse Wagner ring that's just a virus, and then we infect all of them with our
Definitely.
virus?
Well, it
Sounds
does
like a
wear
great
off
idea.
after a while on everyone. Even robots, right,
Yeah,
Abby?
we had to stop production,
So we just
Yeah.
and Wagner's the only one that knows how to do it.
I guess.
Yeah.
So we just have to stop Wagner and then break the ship.
Put the ship in the Cretaceous period.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Get
Except
the
then we'll infect
synthesizer.
all the dinosaurs with Wagner rings. That won't change history at all.
It wears off. That's what.
It's
That's
like-
really why they went extinct.
Yeah, it was like meteor. It was a magnetrine ship full of Wagner rings.
That popped out of the sky. Hit. It was meant to be, Borje.
Well, we can leave it there, and you guys can contemplate what you're gonna do
Oh my good lord.
for next time.
I don't think any amount of time is going to help us come up with a plan.
I will. I mean, the
Tales
ship.
from the loop.
The ship is the showdown, so you really just
Okay.
have. If you go in with a plan, you should be fine.
Okay. If we go in with the plan, we should be fine.
If you go in without a plan, you might still be fine.
We can't die.
Abby, how many plans do we have ever?
Either too many or not any. It's exactly too many or zero.
My best plans include Swedish fish involved ideas.
That's it. Oh, amazing. Well,
This game.
we'll pick that up in 2 weeks, and we'll be back for Blades in the Dark, which also usually has too many plans or not enough plans. Next week.
That's very similar.
There's a theme here.
We'll
Maybe
see.
it's less.
Definitely less Swedish fish.
Distinct
Less
disadvantage.
Swedish fish,
Distinct disadvantage.
more ghosts. About the same amount of robots, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
About the same amount of illegal activities.
Yeah.
Trade a tractor for
Blades
a
in the
ship.
Dark has more.
I think we're participating in more in Blades, but this definitely has
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay. There you go. That's fair. That's fair. You're participating. Yeah.
The world is
You are
equally flawed.
increasing the amount of illegal activities in Blades. Meanwhile, in Tales, you've decreased the amount of illegal activities
Yeah,
to some
We just
extent.
vandalized a whole milk section.
It was for the greater good.
It was for the greater good. I
Ugh.
feel proud of what I've accomplished there.
You should. But thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And I hope you have a good night or morning or whenever it is for you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.